Hello, welcome to my channel, Eye to the Eye. How are you today? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to be doing a reading for you. A couple things I was hearing before I even started. I gotta do what I gotta do. 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 And so it's funny I'm hearing that, but I'm hearing it like that song, which I'm honestly forgetting who it's by, but that's coming through. So the download I'm getting, as we're moving into new realms. We're moving into new realms spiritually. And there's something about being the little goofy goober here is naturally gonna pay off for you in a way that it may not have before. And so I'm feeling like, depending on your age, I know for me, I feel like being a millennial, like I grew up in a time where I felt misunderstood, and then I'm still feel misunderstood, but it's like I feel like being misunderstood gives me a power that wasn't seen before. And so I'm feeling like it's like people are in this up and coming weirdo energy, or just honoring the weirdo in self, and not letting those that see themselves as not weird or who have been celebrated as not weird tell you how to behave, tell you how to walk, how to talk, how to live, how to feel. Something about this belly, the belly here. I'm just looking at this. It's like you're still gonna rock with the weirdos. You're still gonna rock with the weirdos, and you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice. And people are angry at that, you know? And I feel like there's still a fight. There's still kind of a push back and forth. But what I learned was that we have moved from a Virgo, like astrologically Virgo. I'm about to pull these Moonology cards because honestly I'm blanking kind of on exactly what transit it was that changed from Virgo to Libra, but it's very collective based. So it's kind of like the way things are balanced used to be very Virgo, detail oriented. So if you're used to having people pick at you, right? Like all I can think about right now is All American Rejects. Like for some reason that's what's coming through right now, but like this feeling of like, you're strange, or like how do you fit in, right? And like there's so many different little circles. Look, be bold and make the first move in reverse, adjustments required. Like I don't know, no one can tell you to adjust yourself. And so it's like going from that Virgo where the detail picking was appropriate, or it was normal. Why do you walk like that? Why do you wear your clothes like that? You know, you're not on the straight and narrow. And then now it's giving Libra energy, but Libra is justice, balance, and beauty. And I feel like that also goes with acceptance of people's unique beauty, unique way of existing, awkward way of walking, talking, being, feeling, dancing, everything. And so that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing right now. So let me just see look, yeah, nothing will come from this situation. Time for healing. time for healing. A time for healing. The end of a tough cycle approaches in reverse. Emotions are running high in reverse. You and your loved ones are safe. A no new start. A no new start. A new moon, a new time. Can you make it soon? Make it real, real soon? If you've been working really hard, it's like your work is paying off. Like, I really want you to believe in your originality right now and know that, like, it is valid. And you need some, it's like sometimes folks need to hear that. And so it's like, as I'm telling myself that, I'm happy to relay this message as well. Or as I'm receiving it, I should say, you know? Like, as I'm receiving it, I just want to make sure that whoever is feeling like, I have to argue with them about it, or I have to prove somebody something, that's also done. The whole proving thing, like, I'm gonna make sure that you know that I'm the shit, or that I'm worthy, or that I exist, like, all, even that isn't even warranted anymore. And then I'm seeing approaches in reverse. It's like there are some folks that aren't ready to approach the healing yet. And I'm also picking up this energy of, like, knowing that that's the time right now, so trying to fake it. And then there's kind of a difference between fake it till you make it, or just like, now I just want to be cutting edge again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting that of, like, oh, well, if healing is the thing, or the spiritual thing is on now, or whatever. And I'm also getting an energy as of, it's not going to necessarily pick up. It may not show the way you expect it to show. Because it's like, even though we're healing, it doesn't mean that the tough cycle is over. Like, people are going to have feelings towards you for whatever reason. You are not the karmic. You may be in a position where you really, like, work very hard to sift out your karmic energy to the point where when you're picking up on other karmics, you feel like it's you, or you want to punish yourself for somebody else's disrespect, somebody else's this, somebody else's that. And it's like, no, like, if you know you've done the work, take the extra pressure off yourself. Because I feel like, you know, the karmics aren't gonna let it go. They never do. They never really do. And I feel like karmic energy doesn't just disappear, but it's about how you use it and knowing how to use it. And you know they're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Because that's the balance. That's honestly the balance. But folks who live out of balance and decide to stay totally karmic, you may be even feeling so clear, like done so much work, that it's like you're looking for something else to fix, you know? Like, you're trying to see, like, well, where is this energy coming from that I'm picking up? Is it me? And it's like, no, you know that already. You know what I mean? Like, think about the work that you've done. You know that already. I'm seeing slim chances. The way all these three right here, these four, just like a little bit of, it's like closing out, eclipsing out, or like the waning, just like patience. Yeah, like it's actualization and patience. Sometimes a project can seem to be taking too long or seem to be failing. Yeah, so it's like some folks are really almost out of time for the unnecessary evil behaviors. So now that I've said all that, sometimes for me I have to just look. So it may be silent for a little while, but I just need to look at these cards and like, and it's not to say that not everyone is trying to heal. Like, there still may be people who, weren't there and now they're actually trying. And there is a time when you're starting where it's weird. It's a weird transition. It's just a weird transition, so you can kind of feel like, I don't know, sometimes you can be a little mean to people, like you just want to get away from everyone. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes healing takes time. So know that some folks may be on that energy, whereas others still aren't ready. So you gotta know where you're at in the situation and trust that I'm saying don't hide your healing. Feeling like you have to choose yourself or healing. Seeing it as an accomplishment, which it is, but then I'm picking up something else with that. Truth, insight in reverse. An honest desire to know and speak the truth produces beneficial results. Yeah, like healing isn't a cliche. And that it really does come from within, it just really, really does. So I feel like you may be seeing folks kind of putting on the cloak of the healer for the sake of, sharing. And again, it's like it's not your place to even. You don't have to put too much energy into trying to see who is and who isn't, because that's exhausting, right? But it's like, as we know how the world turns, soap opera ass life that we're living. I'm just kind of seeing this card like this. You may be feeling like this, and then you go out into the world and it's like that. Like putting your armor on, I'm at peace, and then you have to go out into a literal shit show and make the way out of all this chaos. What is this card? Look, literally distractions card in reverse. So just madness. Like that just literally looks like madness to me, right? And so it's like, there may be a lot of that. And like, if you know how to get here, there's still, I'm picking up, it's like this patience energy, needing to have tempering. So here's the thing about, I always think of 14 and temperance as patience, but it's also like a filtering out. So that's kind of, I feel like the work in the spiritual realm that you may be doing, of transmuting energy and raising the vibration day by day by going out into the chaos, and knowing how to handle it, knowing when to react, when not to react, when to talk shit and when not to talk shit. Because something I've also been seeing is like, you are safe to let a motherfucker know what's good. Okay? That's another thing. Because it's like being a healer doesn't mean like, oh, we're just, you can say whatever you want. Like, that's not the tea. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. And I feel like there's so much power in that, you know? Like, it's like, don't think, if I know my karmic energy and my light working energy, please know it's not hard for me to dip down in there and let you know. Please know it's not hard for me to dip down into your energy and talk shit, and I can get rah-rah, and I can get rowdy, and I can diss, and I can this, and I can that, when it's necessary. But it's not always necessary. I'm saying it's like you may be feeling like having people on your side or not having people on your side isn't hard anymore like it used to be. And the energy is so heightened right now in the world. Like, it's, if it's just you and you, know that you still can be safe. You still can be safe even though it's you and you right now. And, you know, learning how to react, learning how to, something about dealing with emotions and knowing, like, how to react in certain situations. Enchantment in reverse. How am I gonna grab this without? I don't want you to see my face. Hold on. Where's two that fell? Habits, seed, encourage beneficial ones. Some folks did not plant the seed yet. The seed has not planted. Encourage beneficial ones, pathways. Examine habits that may impede the pathways to your goals. No enchantment. People not liking your habits or the way that you do things. Wish granted. You're safe to heal. You are safe to be a healer. You are safe to speak about healing. You are safe to express yourself about healing. And someone is like, you're safe to heal your loved ones so that they are safe as well. You're safe, like, for someone, if you've been doing this work and you've been wondering, like, am I in a position where I can offer something to somebody else in some kind of way? You can. One more safe, one more. So we're safe to do one more. So, you know, I know what that means. I know what that means. I'm gonna let you know, these celebrities, honey, are gonna have to sit their whack asses down for a second. I don't care if you have beef with me. You're not looking very lucky with luck is on your side in reverse. Look, on your side. It's like, I feel like there are people who like to pretend that they're this, but it's really giving this. Like, by behaving in the way that you treat people, you're naturally kind of hiding yourself behind, like, you want to act like, oh, somebody's behind me besides me, but really, like, you're over here because your energy omits that, where it's like you need to be behind. You need to be behind. It's like the way you're treating people, you are behind. You see how she has her nose turned up? Folks having their nose turned up, thinking they're better, thinking this and that. I'm noticing how this person is a little bit smaller, right? Kind of maybe a little bit more awkward. Maybe the outfit's a little bit weirder, quote unquote. And it's kind of like people thinking they're this and then not understanding why their luck is running out. It's like, because in order for somebody to be at the top, somebody has to be at the bottom. You're doing that for fun, thinking that shit is funny or whatever. So Mean Girls. Living in Mean Girls. Like, see what I'm saying? Do you see how it's like we saw, if you're a millennial, we saw growing up almost like movies portraying in a dramatic way what we deal with, and it's like barely even dramatic anymore, you know, like the extent that people will go to bully is literally Mean Girls, embodying Mean Girls, embodying cruelty, embodying foolery. Like, do you remember, if you've seen that movie, it's fucking stupid. Like, how they're acting is so fucking stupid that only you would think only high school. But it's like, it's not even high school anymore, the way some of these folks are acting. And so it's like, we saw that, we watched that, we laughed at that, we related to that, depending on, you know, how your life looked and what part you played in it. Because it's not really black and white either. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. So it's like, people will love you for your awkwardness, strangeness, whatever it is. People will love you for that. People will love you for that. And I'm seeing, regardless of the flowers that somebody has already received, people will still see you for who you are, as long as you're willing to show it. Loved on. Loved on. Let me see. Something. Wish granted. Look, the lovers. Look, the ops. Trying to create diversions and shit. Yep. So that's literally what I was saying. You will be loved on, despite the fact of the people that are working against you or trying to create diversions of, you know, talking shitty tea, blah, 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 blah. Look, that's literally what that is. 3 of Cups, 6 of talking, blah, 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 trying to create diversions, and little this and little that, and little beep, boop, beeps. It's just kind of like, okay, yes. Something about, I'm not coming to heal. I'm not coming here to heal. I swear. I'm not coming here to heal. That's not what I'm here to do. Okay. All right. Cool. I'm not coming here to heal. Okay. That's fine. Okay, look at the Ace of Cups. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let me see what else. And something also, things are getting magical up in here. Let me talk about that really quick. Things are getting magical. So I'm feeling like you may be feeling at a plateau spiritually of like, it's all the same things. It's all the same downloads I've always gotten. It's always the same things. No. I'm seeing no. Like, it's like there is, believe in your abilities as a magic maker to make, as a magic maker to manifest your wishes. Something is like, Your ancestors are going to be sharing with you higher mind ideas, something about technology, the way I'm hitting, something about light. Light here. Something about light. Like, let me find out. We have like a new Thomas Edison or Thomas Edisona. Tamisa Edison, I don't know. Somebody like a new way to have light. Something like that. Like, it's like we're moving into a whole new thing. A whole new thing. Fear of loss. Fear of loss. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. I feel like some things are even a little scary. Like some of the things that we've been experiencing spiritually, and then I'm seeing running in reverse. So don't run. It's like the more you allow it to come to you and accept that it may be feeling a little new, a little weird, a little this, a little that, more of the ideas will come. And even it's like your ancestors could be kind of testing you in weird ways to help you develop the new thing they want to help you develop. So you could be feeling like, God, I just cannot escape this. I can't deal with this. I can't control this. And it's like they're trying to help you. They're trying to show you what the issue is for you and how you can use your higher mind to fix it. Fear of loss because you feel insecure. But trust this new start. Trust this push or nudge to try something new, or to get these ideas. Let these ideas come to you. Let me see. I'm gonna get into these more. There's more information to be revealed about the vagina. I'm literally just seeing right now. There's like a scroll, writing a new scroll on the vagina. You may have some information or things that you've learned that you want to share or put in a book or something like that. I'm seeing that. Look, if you don't, this person, there's this scroll right here. It might be hard for you to see. Let me see. But I was just seeing the scroll, and then I guess you're not supposed to whatever, but they're all holding scrolls here. I was getting that though, like of healing, uterine healing, cancer energy. Yeah. Balsamic, maybe something about some balsamic vinegars, apple cider vinegars. Ooh, so the song that my ancestors literally reminded me of this song today. If You Really Love Me by Stevie Wonder. Oh, if you really love me, won't you tell me? Oh, if you really love me, won't you tell me? Yeah. Then I won't have to be hanging around. And ooh, I love that song. I'm getting this energy of like, if you're not ready to if you're not standing on love business, don't be mad when you feel alone. And it's not easy. It isn't easy, okay? Like, there's a lot of resentment and things that we hold on to. that we carry with us. But don't be mad when you're feeling alone and there was somebody, you could have let them know how you felt about them, but you didn't want to say shit because you thought your friend was going to think this, or you thought this, or you thought this, or you were worried about this, you were worried about that. I'm talking to me, I'm talking to everyone. Just saying in general, don't be mad you feel alone when you could have let somebody know how you feel. Because that's what I'm getting. If you, hey, won't you tell me, yeah, hey, then I won't have to be hanging around, hanging around. Go listen to that. It's a jam. It's a true jam. So beautiful, so poignant. The Ten of Swords. The community. What is this? This is giving... thinking the celebration is over is needless sacrifice. Tony. I don't know if it's Tony Braxton. I just saw Tony and it made me think of Tony Braxton. No. Something about the arm here. This kind of gives me Gemini. Maybe the way that people are talking to each other. It kind of feels like that, talking to people with respect, or the way that you communicate with people. I think sometimes it's like we look at love. What I'm seeing with this Lover's card right now is like somebody looking past their lover and at their hand as if they were holding a hand mirror. And so I feel like sometimes we use love to make us feel better compared to like being in it to share it with somebody else. That's just how I was seeing it there, and that's what is gonna have to end in order for, I don't know, it's just like that's something I feel like that collectively people are working on. Something about also growing the hair, or like I don't know, I don't really like to tell people not to cut it. It's so crazy. It's like when I cut my hair, my family like had a fucking breakdown, and this was a while ago. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like they just didn't have any great, like they were so upset about it. And so that I don't like that thing of like, don't you ever touch your hair, because there can be bad energy attached to your hair that needs to be clipped, you know? So it's like, I don't know. But also it's like, if you've been growing it and you feel like it's going okay, or you want it, then, you know, you don't have to cut it. Or you may be feeling pushed to cut it. Something about somebody like doing magic to make somebody want to cut it, which is just like, girl, what? And then it's like, if I did though, I'd still be slaying the day. You know what I mean? So something else that I was seeing. What did I? It's like I went past it. Trying to tell my little anecdote. I heard who's shining the brightest, or who's shining the brightest. If you're not shining the brightest, you're out of luck type energy. Having this type of competition with loved ones or family of who is shining the brightest. As a magic maker, I heard as a magic maker, man. And it's like, let's not bring that shit into the spiritual realm, because here's the thing. Spiritually, we don't own everything anymore. Like in the 3D, there's more things we can control. Don't bring that competitive bullshit up into the spiritual realm. Stop that. Like that has to go with your healing. Like that has to go. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be rough. It's not a dance battle. Okay? It's supposed to be healing. It's supposed to be soft. It's supposed to be supportive. It's supposed to be like, let me help you. Let me understand you. Let me help you reach down into the depths of things that have scared you or stopped you or held you back, and help you understand it. Let me honor your boundaries. Let me hold you like a soft little cuddly buggy. Like it's like that's the energy. And I feel like some folks are running away from just that because of trauma or because of whatever. And it's like, that's, you know, it's not a competition of who's gonna get the best downloads, who's the most, you know, and it's like, it's not that. It isn't that. It's not that. There has to be some space somewhere for softness. There has to be some space somewhere for softness, and to let the ego go, and to let the bullshit go. There's gotta be. There has to be, you know? And it's like, God doesn't care about that stuff. Your ancestors don't care about that stuff. Your ancestors aren't like, I just feel it in my spirit. Like the ancestors aren't running, like whose ancestors is giving the person the best downloads. We're gonna go fight them, and then we get the download so we can give it to our child or our descendant. No, like it's just kind of like if you're in touch, you receive it. It's like it's the piece of it. It's the being in a position of being grounded enough and connected enough to receive it. Yeah, it's like being very masculine with the information that's being guided, the Hierophant in reverse. Like, it's like some of y'all need to leave it on the dance floor. And that's for real. Or, you know what I'm saying? Leave it on the tennis court, leave it on the football field, leave it on the this, leave it on the that, leave it here, leave it there, leave it at the game, on the game, leave it somewhere where competition makes sense to be had. For me, it's like I don't love competition really at all. I like the type of competition where it's like I already know that I fuck with you, and because of that, I'm not afraid to compete with you. But when things get too cray, we can go back to love you. Like, there's like competition isn't bad, but I feel like it's kind of like knowing when it's just getting out of hand. Like, that's how I feel. Like I'm an Aries moon. I naturally like to, you know, like it's like Aries loves that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like there is a place for it. Fire signs in general. Leo, Sag, like it's like, there's just levels to it, and I feel like people take it really, really, really far, and it doesn't have to be taken that far. They will soon be your reality. Your wishes will soon be your reality. Interesting. So I want to see about this. Play, wish granted. Yes. So play. It like play. Like literally how kids play. Like it's just kind of like knowing when. And then wait, so there's this video I saw of like this brother and sister who were all like, I don't know, they were riding on a golf cart or something, and like the mom was recording them, and so it was like a little boy and a little girl, and the little boy, like when the golf cart was stopped, he was like, when I say wait, you wait. And the way that he said, he was like 7, but he said it so sternly. When I say wait, you wait. And the mom's like, calm down. I feel like that spirit, like, can you relax? But it was so funny because he was so for real. But it's like, what were y'all doing? You're just driving in the golf cart, or like, you know? And so I don't know. It can be hard especially if you're naturally sensitive too. You might be used to the kind of competition where there was no eye to eye agreement, that was just for like the moment, where you're used to people like having competition with you and then holding grudges forever. So you're like, it makes you feel away. And so I'm feeling like maybe no procrastination, no passion. Yeah. See, but it's like, and that's to be expected. Some folks, they don't, you know. I'm getting somebody like, what do you do for fun type energy. Like, I don't understand, what do you do for fun if you don't like go act a fool somewhere? Like, you don't. I'm trying to be safe. Delay. Confront the natural tendency to delay the finishing of a creative endeavor. You don't have to sit here and look at the ruins and then just walk by. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll sit with my tea and just think about how these assholes tried to destroy me, and it's done now. But there's this kind of like, I'm feeling like there's kind of like I just heard jump scare or like a trick scare, where it's like you're thinking it's all destroyed and that people are going to see you like this, but it's almost like you're the person that's seeing you that way. Fish bird here. I don't know what that is. Can you see that? The fish bird. Fish bird. Fish bird. Siren. 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 Something that came to mind. Okay, so yesterday I was watching this NPR video, like an NPR Tiny Desk, and found myself hella like bothered by, or like triggered, like someone's lyrics triggered the fuck out of me and like really got to my spirit. it got into my spirit, honey. Like, it just really triggered me because I don't know, it was like it was about sex and this man's first time and whatever, or like how it happened. And I think it's just like my own personal, you know how sometimes it's just like something that you went through, someone's talking about in a different way. And so it just reminds you of like, well, when that happened to me, it wasn't all, you know, like something like that. But it was just crazy how I felt so triggered where it's like I couldn't even enjoy it. And like I was like, oh, I have to actually turn this off. And like, that's interesting to me. Think about times. I'm seeing this accomplishment card. Remember past accomplishments as a way to overcome present self-doubt. So it's like, if you went through a big change, think back to who you were before the change, before the chasm, before the disaster took place. And remember that that person is still inside of you. I'm feeling that. Like, it's kind of like sometimes you can feel like something has just really been snatched from you. A part of yourself has been snatched away, you know? Like, it's like, and in the most unique and strange situations where it's like, oh my God, like, that completely took away a part of it, just really like damaged a part of me, you know what I mean? But it's like that part of you is still there. It's still there. It's still there. So it's kind of about maybe siren energy. Like maybe you were really in a position where before something kind of crazy happened, you were more comfortable. There was something about, I don't know, like sensuality being destroyed is what I'm feeling. And feeling like you just can't evolve out of that. So what is your advice for that, Spirit? Something about connected. It's being connected. Ooh, see what I'm saying? So what if that's something that you went through, and that's something that you're meant to learn how to heal in this time and help other people heal? See what I'm saying? And like that's something that only you have a specific perspective about it because of what you've been through that can help you heal a specific part of it. Somebody just don't want you to do anything, honey. Don't listen to them. Somebody is just like, I don't want you to do anything that you like doing that will work for you. Anything that excites you, I want to make sure you don't do it. Fuck them, dude. Like somebody is so... Ooh! Hush your mouth. Okay. Don't you worry about that energy. Don't you worry about that energy. Yeah. And I'm also seeing you were always loved before and after the disaster that took place. Loved on. Loved on. Oh, that's interesting. Collaboration, the reason is not an accident. You might be in a position, I guess this is kind of, I'll just share this, but the way that you listen to music may be a way that you doubt yourself. Like, I'm just thinking, I feel like I kind of mentioned this a lot about just like the frequency of music and the lyrics that are in music. and choosing not just the songs that you listen to, but what position are you putting yourself in when you are hearing the lyrics? Like, are you putting yourself in the position of this person is talking about me positively? Can I call you Rose? Can I? Are you thinking Rose is some other bitch? Or is Rose you in your life right now at this moment? You know what I mean? Like, because you can be in such a state of trauma or lack that you're thinking Rose is this other bitch. You know what I mean? Where it's like you completely deny yourself the imagination, the visualization of being Rose to somebody. Like, somebody wants to call you Rose. 'Cause you look like a flower in bloom. You. Not that girl that you think is so pretty that you feel like you could never be. Not that person that's trying to compete with you. You. Like, it's your perspective for your life. Whether they agree or not. Like, whether somebody else agrees or not. Like, you have to try and see yourself as that. Are you Rose or no? You know what I'm saying? Are you Rose? Like, you have to feel that way. Something about light. Some light up the room, or I don't know. That was also that was not the NPR session that triggered me, but I did watch that one too, and it was so beautiful. The Sacred Souls. Get into that one. And they were talking about that. He was talking about that, and a lot of talk about love and what is love really, and like, where does it come from? Very poignant, very poignant. The Sacred Souls. Beautiful, soulful. I don't know, I just heard something about banshees, or like going banshee. That was something I said to myself yesterday. I'm ready to go banshee for my healing. I'm ready to go banshee. Because this is what for some reason, I just saw this character climbing up a tree all crazy. And it just made me think banshee. Like, banshee bitch. But some folks are literally just going banshee for no reason. Like, literally going, I'm shocked. I heard appalled. Look, growth in reverse. Still just talking that same old shit. Talking that same old shit. Talking that same old shit. Put it in love, put it in love, put it in love, so yeah. Put it in love, put it in love, put it in love, so Rose, put it in love. Put it in love, put it in love. Put it in love, so yeah. Accomplishment. Yes. And I'll close it out here. So, like, your accomplishments, accomplishment transformation, past accomplishments that you have made have not changed. I kind of feel an energy of, like, after also going through traumatic things, throwing away parts of yourself that you just, like, remind you. But things that, like, cannot go away. Yeah. I'm thinking of a moment, like, I don't know, something about, there was a moment in your life in the past where you were really celebrated for something and you remember it as being an accomplishment. So like you remember maybe even being surprised at the way people were rocking with you. But like because of the trauma that came after, you look back at that time of like, I didn't know what I was doing, or like I don't know what I thought I was on, or like even though you remember the positive, like that hasn't gone anywhere. You're still that person, and if anything, you're better than then, right? Like you've grown even more since then. So like remind yourself of that feeling of being celebrated, clapped for, understood, told that was awesome, whatever it is. And then something also about like your healing, not realizing how good you are at healing certain things within your body. Like you might not realize, it's hard to see the inside of the body. Sometimes we heal things intuitively using oils or different practices or breathing techniques and all kinds of little things that we do for ourselves, not realizing how effective they've been at healing certain ailments. So if you've been working on it and kind of like, am I really doing this? It's likely that you are. It's likely that you really are. You know, like you do this. You have to believe that you do it. And you think about other times where you've healed yourself. There's one more thing I was going to say. And you're not a baby anymore. Something about you're not a baby anymore. Timing in reverse. See what I'm saying? Something about timing delay to nurture, cooperation in reverse, enjoying pure creativity, delaying for nurture. Something kind of tricky here. I don't know. I honestly want to leave that open. That's something I don't want to. Yeah. Somebody not wanting valid and useful. Indecision. Start. Analyze. Visualize. Past stumbling blocks to take the right action. Yeah. So another thing I was getting, and this is interesting, you can still do something without having to be included by the people who you feel like are doing it better or more than you. Like it's totally giving me like, oh, the cool kids don't think I can do it, or the cool, and I believe me, I'm using these air quotes, the cool folk think that I'm not worthy of this or that or this or that, so therefore I can't do that. Or like if this particular community doesn't see me as an equal, I can't do what they do. And that thinking is what's gonna fuck you up, because you can still do it and still not be a part of that community. You can still, like, there's just too many people in the world, too many communities, and finding folks that are spiritually balanced will understand you maybe in a way that those who are not will not. So I'm feeling that. Like, it's like, don't let them trip you up or make you think you don't belong in an area of something, you know, just because they have something to say about it. That's what I'm feeling. Like, it's something of a kind of like, I don't know. Just because they're all sharing notes for the test, if you have the resources to also receive the notes, you can get an A on the test. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that thing of like, oh, well, all that group of 6 that's always sitting together and like they always help each other and they seem to have a really good time when they're sharing notes, but you know, they don't want me to sit with them. So I'm just here with my book. You have the book, you have the knowledge, you have spirit. You can get an A on the test. Still. You can get an A on the test still. So get the A on the test. You know what I mean? Take your book, go somewhere where you're comfortable. Hopefully they won't follow you there. You know what I'm saying? And study. Something about getting high in the car. I don't know what that's about getting high in the car. Something just smoking in the car, hot boxing in the car, or maybe somebody you used to hotbox with is like the only person that doesn't want you to heal, but you feel their energy or something like that telling you no. I don't know. A long way from home type energy I'm seeing too. So that's what I have. That's what I have for you. Hope it resonated. Hope it gave you something to think about. And thank you for watching. In the case that this reading resonated so much that you would like to give a donation, I'm on Venmo, Ida the Intuitive _ Also, you can check out my other channel, Ida the Intuitive, on YouTube as well. And yeah. All right, I'll talk to you soon, sooner or later. Take care. Bye.